If you want maximum compensation for your neck injury sustained in a car accident, you need to play your cards right. An insurance company will not pay you maximum compensation unless you have taken certain actions following the car accident. Now, there are certain actions I would tell anyone to take following a car accident, like take photos of the accident scene, calling the police to come to the scene, and to not admit fault at the scene of the accident, for example. But in this video, I'm going to tell you what you should consider doing for your neck if you have sustained a neck injury due to a motor vehicle accident. To illustrate my point, let me tell you the story of my past client, Samantha. Samantha's case was a clear liability motor vehicle accident. Samantha's car accident happened while she was stopped due to traffic on the highway when a vehicle behind her struck a vehicle, pushing that vehicle into Samantha's vehicle. The at-fault driver's insurance company accepted liability. This is what we call a damages case. With liability out of the way, all we had to prove was the amount of Samantha's damages caused by the accident. Samantha first called me months after her car accident. She had been receiving chiropractic treatment for her neck and low back. Her chiropractor encouraged her to seek legal representation, so she called me. When I first agreed to take on the case, I immediately gathered Samantha's medical records for the treatment she had completed to date. I noticed she had an MRI on her neck. I got the records from that MRI, which indicated that Samantha had disc protrusions at C4-5 and C5-6 levels in her neck. A disc protrusion, commonly known as a disc bulge, occurs when the spinal disc and associated ligaments are intact but may form a bulge that will press on the spinal nerves. This condition causes pain in the neck, shoulder, and the arms. With this objective diagnostic testing revealing that Samantha had sustained objective injuries to her neck, I was now in a position to initiate settlement negotiations with the other driver's insurance company. So I demanded that the other driver's insurer pay the policy limits. They did, but we weren't done yet. You see, Samantha had underinsured motorist coverage on her automobile policy, which allowed her to pursue an additional claim for her injuries since the other driver did not have enough insurance to cover her damages for her injuries. This was a good thing. After we settled with the other driver's insurance company for the policy limits, I sent a written demand for the policy limits to my client's underinsured motorist insurance carrier. The underinsured motorist insurer responded with an offer of only $22,000. I was confident Samantha's claim was worth more, however. So I filed a lawsuit sticking with the demand for the underinsured motorist policy limits. The underinsured motorist insurer finally then offered to pay out the underinsured motorist coverage policy limits. Samantha was very pleased. Looking back on her case, I realized Samantha took several steps in the right direction when treating for her neck injury. 1, she went to the hospital emergency room. 2, she got consistent medical treatment on her neck. Samantha went to several chiropractic treatments for her neck following her accident. Consistently treating for your neck pain is crucial. Not only does it provide a record trail of the problems you have been experiencing since your accident, it also is in your best interest to do so for your health. If chiropractic treatment is not right for you, you may want to give physical therapy a try. 3, Samantha got an MRI on her neck. Her MRI provided objective evidence of injury to her neck, revealing that she had 2 disc bulges in her neck. Getting an MRI can help your neck injury case, especially if it shows you have a bulging or herniated disc in your neck. 4, she saw a specialist. Samantha eventually saw a neurosurgeon for her neck pain. While she never ended up having surgery, she was at least able to consult with a neck specialist, which showed her neck pain was to the point to where it was serious enough that it drove her to see a neurosurgeon. Seeing the neurosurgeon to figure out her options helped her case, even though she never ended up having a neck surgery. Now, while Samantha took several steps to help her case, she also failed to take some steps that could have helped improve the value of her case. 1. While she did go to the hospital, she didn't go until the day after the accident. If you're having neck pain following a motor vehicle accident, it is highly recommended you go to the hospital in an ambulance from the scene of the accident. Not only is that in the best interest for your health, but it also can prove the value of your injury case. 2. Samantha also did not treat with a medical professional that took steps to try to diagnose whether or not she sustained an AO-MSI injury to her neck. I'm not a medical doctor, but I feel confident Samantha likely had an AO-MSI injury to her neck. AO-MSI stands for Alteration of Motion Segment Integrity. AO-MSI is one of the highest and most severe trauma injury recognized by the American Medical Association in automobile accidents. An AO-MSI injury is caused in a car accident when ligaments and supporting structures of the spine, commonly the neck area, are damaged, stretched, or torn. It is a permanent injury that can lead to loss of range of motion in the spine. Research suggests that 65% of individuals involved in car accidents sustain an AO-MSI injury. Had Samantha been diagnosed with AO-MSI, it could have increased the value of her case. If you have a neck injury from a car accident, it may be a good idea to find a medical provider that will take the steps necessary to diagnose whether or not you have sustained an AO-MSI injury. Now, at the end of the day, it ended up working out for Samantha as we got all the available insurance policy limits. But had there been more insurance money available, we could have potentially gotten even more, especially had she taken these last steps that I mentioned that she failed to take. If you take the actions I've discussed in this video, if you sustain a neck injury in a motor vehicle accident, it can increase the value of your case, even if you don't even end up having to have surgery. Simply put, an insurance company will respect your claim more if you take these actions, which in the end can lead to a bigger payday. The thing is, now that you know certain steps you can take with your medical treatment that can not only possibly improve your health, but also improve the value of your neck injury claim is great and all. But what if I told you there are even more things you can do with the handling of your car accident injury claim to help maximize the settlement value of your case? Well, in this video about to pop up here, I'll tell you 5 tips that can help you maximize the value of your car accident injury settlement. Lastly, if you've been injured in a car accident, slip or trip and fall incident, or dog attack incident in Kentucky, remember to don't wait, call Tate.